I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but here's a conspiracy which is out in the open for everyone to see if you're willing to see it. And the theme of this presentation is censored, or censorship. And I see at least 3 instances where information on the Gulf oil spill is being censored by the federal government in a way which is going to keep us under wraps and the scope of this catastrophe hidden from view. Now, the scope of this catastrophe is quite amazing. It's somewhere between 1 and 4 million barrels a day, and that was confirmed by a news item which was issued at 1 p.m. last night, which I reported, that dissected the Coast Guard logs that the flow of oil could be between 64,000 and 100,000 barrels a day. Now, this information was released at a time where it wasn't picked up by the news cycle, and there were just spattered reportings by other news agencies. Not a single one of these news agencies has sent someone to the Gulf of Mexico. Not a single one of these news agencies is doing investigative reporting. It's up to this nonprofit organization to do that reporting. It's up to us on YouTube to spread the word and to break the apathy which is locking down the American people from moving forward into progress that will allow them to have sustainable life support in the future. Now, in terms of censorship, we see this news cycle censorship occurring. We also see NASA being censored actively by the federal government. NASA was quite adept at issuing overflights of the Gulf of Mexico leak, and they've ceased doing so in any meaningful way. And we should demand immediately that NASA disclose the photos which it has, and if it is not taking photos of this Gulf spill at the present moment, they need to be directed to do so. In regards to the Federal Aviation Administration, they've also locked down airspace in the Gulf of Mexico. So we have the media blocking access, we have NASA blocking access, we have the Coast Guard logs which were exposed, which shows you that the administration was blocking access in a way that is criminal and impeachable. Now, this is not anything that we should stand for as Americans, and if you saw these videos which I put on previously by a nonprofit foundation, you will find that this spill is a catastrophe for the food chain of us here on this planet Earth. Additionally, I have reports from food wholesalers that their food costs are going up geometrically in terms of meat and in terms of fish. So this is something that is going to impact us. It may be even in a deflation that we may not have food available. That brings me to the next conspiracy, the conspiracy of finance. Now, this unemployment report today shows you that at best we're going to be in a new normal or a static state in terms of growth. The debt which is outstanding on the part of individuals, governments, and municipalities is so great that it requires perpetual growth. You stop the growth and the fraud hatches out. So there's another wave of crisis that is in front of us unless we start to reform our ways onto the Fuller model. Thank you for your time.